How do you feel about being criticized by the opposition? They think that you want to rig the election for President Mahama and the NDC. How have you felt about that? And what assurances can you give to a Ghanaian who is not a member of the NPP, not a member of the NDC, that Charlotte Osei will not or cannot rig the election?
I think the assurance should go to all Ghanaians, not just to, we can't exclude people who are members of the NDC or the NPP. The challenge is that criticisms by themselves are not bad. I think for all of us, we need criticisms to improve upon whatever we're doing. The problem is with unfounded allegations, you know, comments that are without basis. Some are just malicious, some are mischievous. So if you put out, for instance, that I have run for office.
As a member of parliament, yes, I saw that.
Exactly. When I've never actually been a member of a political party, then that is troubling, because you are seeking to attack the credibility of the institution. When it comes to Charlotte Osei rigging the elections, it's important that we focus on the process and not the person. I believe we should have a process that is so strong that regardless of how malevolent Charlotte Osei wants to be, she should not be able to rig the elections. And that's precisely the kind of process we have.
We'll come to that for you to walk us through the details of the process. So
basically, it is
you want to build the process and the systems such that it's not even possible for anyone, as you said, malevolent, to rig the election. Have you built that process now? Would you say you have?
We have a really, really credible process. And
what's the difference between what we have now and what we had in 2012? Any 3 or 4 major differences that will tell us that, yes, we are in a different place?
We have improved the system. We're rolling out 27 electoral reforms.
27?
Yes. But even as of 2012, compared to other countries, we have a very good system. We have a high level of mistrust, and we tend to focus on persons. And so Charlotte Osei has been appointed, and she's coming to install a president. But it's just not possible under the system, because for Charlotte Osei to do that, she has to get the support and active involvement of her 6 co-commissioners, her 10 regional directors, the 200+ district electoral officers, the 275 returning officers, and their 2 assistants. And then when you get to the polling station, for this year's elections, there's going to be 145,000 people working at the polling stations. Charlotte Osei has to make those people all decide to toe one line.
Well, but you are the final decision maker, not them.
I will explain why I'm not the final decision maker. And then you are likely to have over 500,000 agents for candidates and parties, and then 2 counting agents per candidate at the collation centers. All these people must actively be working and changing the documents for Charlotte Osei to rig the elections. So I need to convince 500,000 plus people to skew the system in favor of one person. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. And it's not even a part of my value system.
It's your announcement that matters.
It's not a part of my value system that I would do that. Yes, I get to announce the results of just the presidential election. But it's an onerous responsibility, and it's a great honor to do that, to get to declare who has won the presidency. But what you're actually doing is more of a chief servant role and not a chief organizer role. The process has happened. It's gone through 29,000 polling stations, 275 collation centers. It's been signed off by officials and agents at all those levels. It's come to the National Collation Center. The parties have seen the results, they've signed off. We have compared the results with results by independent entities like Codeo's parallel voter tabulation. And when you are very comfortable that the result expresses the will of the people, then you get to announce that. So you are actually the voice of the ballot box. Because the 2 things that the Electoral Commission is subject to are the law and the opinion of the people as expressed in the ballot box. And that's why when you read our Constitution, the ultimate power in our constitution is the people of Ghana. And the election gives them the opportunity to express that sovereignty. It is that power is reserved for the people of Ghana who get up and queue and go and vote. Your work as the returning officer for the presidential elections is to make sure that what the majority of people say is what you declare. You don't go and declare what you want to declare. You are subject to the will of the people as expressed in the ballot boxes. So it's a great honor, but it doesn't, we are giving too many powers to the voice. So I'll give you an example.
Honor, not a power. That's what I say.
Yes, if you have an announcer in a boxing tournament,
yes,
who tallies up the votes, the numbers, the marks that the judges have awarded to the boxer, the announcer comes to announce what the judges have decided. In this case, the people are the judges. The announcer does not have the power to change what the judges have said. And remember, the judges are sitting there. So you are just a voice. That's what you are as a returning officer. You announce what the will of the people is.
Okay, that's well said. I'm tempted to come to the process because I think it will take you 3 minutes to walk us through that. So I wake up on December 7th and I go to cast my ballot at La Dade Kotopon, a polling station called Palm Wine Junction. What happens after that?
The process starts from before that. When we're printing the ballot papers with political parties present, we move the materials to the polling station. On election day, before you even get to cast your vote, the parties and their agents have to make sure that the boxes are empty. They put their own seals on the boxes, and then we put our seals on the boxes. We open voting, and then you cast. You get the privilege to cast your vote.
Yes.
Did you take part in the exhibition?
Yes, I did.
You verified it?
Yes,
okay, so you are pretty certain that it will go well on election day.
Yeah.
So after you cast your vote, when voting closes at 5 p.m., you also have the opportunity to come and watch the counting process. So the votes are counted in the public view. The presiding officer would fill out the forms, and he would tally it up. Hopefully he will remember to sign this time, otherwise sanctions will be applied. Sanctions have been introduced in the law. The party
Does it invalidate that if he doesn't sign?
No.
You will still count it?
Yes.
Okay.
So if the agents have any basis to challenge the results, there's a form they can fill, and then we'll look into it.
Okay.
But once the agents have signed off, and he has signed, but they will sign this time.
Hopefully, yeah.
No, they will sign.
Okay.
Sanctions, there are new sanctions in the law this time.
Yeah.
It's a stricter process. So he signs, and then we would declare the results at the polling station. And then your ballots are put into envelopes per candidate. Each candidate.
The physical ballot?
Yes. Each candidate has their...
Each parliamentary and presidential candidate?
Yes, they're tamper-proof envelopes. Those envelopes and the result sheets are taken to the constituency collation center. So all the results, if you have 100 polling stations in the constituency, all the results will come there. When they come there, then the collation process starts. The candidates have counting agents. The candidates themselves and their spouses are allowed in the room.
What are we counting again?
You are now tallying the results on the on all the polling stations.
So my polling station, Palm Junction, 98, plus Labone Secondary School, 25, that kind of thing?
It's not just 25, for every candidate.
Yes, I'm talking about one candidate.
Yes.
Any one candidate.
Yes.
So you're doing 98 plus 25 plus 31 plus 76.
Yes.
Who is doing that?
The returning officer. Who has two deputies.
At midnight.
Well, that's his job.
And his returning officer has been awake since a.m.?
Yes.
And this is midnight?
Well, that's his job. And then you have he has two assistants, so they could have done a shift system. And then you have the counting agents, 2 per candidate. They are also in there.
2 per parliamentary, 2 per presidential?
Yes.
Okay.
Because each one, you have to have them focus on the one that they're doing, they're counting for. So when he finishes and they tally it, then they all sign off. This year we're going to have screens at the constituency collation centers.
CCTV or television? Or
both? It's likely television, or if we think that some angry loser may destroy it, likely projector screens.
That means Metro TV can be at Labone Secondary School, which is the coalition center for Dade Kotopon, and beam it live to our people.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
So
that's new.
That's new. It's one of the reforms. So we'll have the So
people can
here.
actually see. So
yes.
at Metro TV, we can be looking at 25, 36 screens and showing it to viewers
yes.
when we like.
Yes.
As we want.
Yes.
Okay.
And because,
that's interesting.
And that's where the results of the parliamentary elections are declared.
Yeah.
So the returning officer would announce who has won the parliamentary elections
yeah.
for that constituency.
Would he also announce the presidential?
No.
At all?
That's not his business.
Okay. Just clarification.
That comes to us.
Yes.